Independence Day and parade celebrations.
Hello everyone, and we are back again, the best part of the week, Thursday night, 8 o'clock p.m. with Genius Kids on Air, a show for kids and by kids, being brought to you by Genius Kids Development. We are now a national franchise. Genius Kids caters to the parents who want the best for their child, those who seek to shape tomorrow's citizens, those parents who want a well-rounded child who can excel in academics, sports, music, arts and crafts, and the most important life skill, communication and public speaking. We've been rated Best of the East Bay in services by the East Bay Express publication, as well as the most likely place to find a Silicon Valley inventor. We were also selected from over 75,000 innovative business ideas in the country by Time Warner to be featured on CNNmoney.com as business visionaries who dare to dream. We believe that in order to survive in today's fast-paced, ever-changing world, we need to create confident, happy and successful citizens who will become future leaders. Our children are our future, and their brains are like super engines waiting to be fired and ignited. Genius Kids is the instrument of ignition and inspiration which has to be applied at the right time between the ages of birth and age 6. So stay tuned if you want to meet and hear our very own students report to you with oozing confidence, communication and of course personality. We will be right back with messages from our sponsors. Stay tuned.
Little genius kid, little genius, I'm the little genius kid. Come on mom, it's time to go. I'm ready to pop and rock the show. My brain is wired, the neurons fired. I wanna learn and I wanna grow. Come on dad, it's time to play. I'm ready to learn, so don't delay. Minutes are ticking, my brain is clicking. So off to school, we're on our way. Babies, toddlers, kids galore. The little genius kid is where we'll score. Moms can chill and surf the net. Chat, make friends or nap, you bet. Dad can read a paper or two, solve a puzzle, figure a clue. So come on, no need to think. My brain is wired to connect and sync. Read, sing, dance and learn. Excessive energy is what I'll burn. So off to the little genius kid. See the results, you'll be glad you did. Little genius, the little genius kid. Little genius, the little genius kid. Little genius, the little genius kid. Little genius, I'm the little genius kid. Little genius, 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 I'm the little genius kid.
Shreya, how come you are always so relaxed in class and so confident? Yaar, you read so well. What do you eat?
Akhil, eat? Well, let's say some of my brain food comes from Genius Kids.
Call Genius Kids today, celebrating a new center on Mission Boulevard in Fremont. Call 510-659-9900 for a free trial class in preschool, pre-kindergarten, kindergarten, after school, or public speaking. Call 510-659-9900.
Hey, I'm a busy gal. Busy at work, busy at home, busy at play. The last thing I need is to go to the dentist, find out I need a crown or something, and then have to come back 3 weeks later to get it done. That's why I love Panu Dental Group. I'm talking single-day CEREC crowns with digital molds. It's state-of-the-art. No mess, no sticky molds, no temporary crowns. And there's more. They can do dental implants in just 1 day. Panu Dental gives you teeth in a day. Perfect for a busy gal like me.
Visit panudental.com for information on single-day dentistry options. That's panudental.com. Whether it's dental implants, ceramic restoration, or wisdom teeth surgery, we'll get you out in a single visit. Panu Dental Group, your multi-specialty family dentist. Visit panudental.com. San Jose, Fremont, Cupertino, and Dublin. Call 800-360-9250. 800-360-9250. A free consultation is required to check if you qualify. Call 800-360-9250.
Tune in to financial planner, investment advisor Raj Budwal's interactive talk show Bay Area Third Eye every Thursday at 6 p.m. for all your financial needs, be it financial planning, real estate, insurance, retirement, or estate planning. Turn to the services of Raj Budwal of Budwal & Associates. You can call him at 408-835-0202 or email him at 835-0202 @gmail.com. Listen to Raj Budwal's Bay Area Third Eye every Thursday at 6 p.m.
Are you confused and tired of trying so many centers and not being able to find the right fit for your child? Maybe you need a fun-enriched summer camp or an after-school program that offers academics, sports, dance, music, acting, public speaking, arts and crafts all under one roof. And to add to the icing on the cake, a cute real school bus that can pick and drop off your child to and from school, home or Genius Kids. Would you like to enjoy delicious home-cooked meals like yummy aloo parathas, creamy vegetable galore khichdi, fresh fruit salad and lots more? Maybe you have a child with ADD, dyslexia, autism who needs that extra special attention. Maybe you have a middle school or high school who needs to learn the ropes of speech and debate. Maybe you have an infant, toddler or preschooler that you would like to enroll. Well, where could you find this wish list? Of course, there are tons of preschools and after-school programs, but let me ask you, how many of them have been featured on CNNmoney.com as the most innovative educational concept? How many of them have been nominated Best of the Bay by Crown 4 Television? How many of them have been featured nationally and globally for their success? Only one, and that is Genius Kids, an independent award-winning learning center founded on the philosophy of never too little to learn, a simple belief that every child is a genius, and as educators and parents it is our responsibility to awaken the inner genius in each child. Call us today with campuses in Fremont, Ardenwood area, Central Fremont, Mission San Jose, Fremont right across from Maloney College, and a new location opening right next to Fremont Park Station and in Newark as well as San Ramon. We are here to offer you that extra special attention. However, due to an overwhelming response, please call us only if you want the best and nothing but the best for your child, since we will settle for nothing less than that. Call 510-713-2431. That's 510-713-2431 or visit geniuskidsonline.com.
Hello everyone and welcome and thank you for tuning in tonight. I'm Miss Renu and we bring back to you by popular demand a show for kids and by kids called Genius Kids on Air. As you all know, we're here every Thursday night on KLOK, the best radio station in the Bay Area, at 8 o'clock. And of course, the best radio station will bring you nothing but the best radio shows. And we are Genius Kids on Air. I want to begin the show today by reading a wonderful email that I got from a parent last week from my San Ramon Center. And the email said, "Dear Miss Renu, thank you so much for all the support and encouragement that the Genius Kids family has given to Lamente. Lamente has grown to be a great student, and I've seen tremendous difference in his learning abilities and, most important, his confidence. I cannot believe that all this improvement has happened in less than 6 months. Public speaking has been of great help in his confidence and ability to express himself in an articulate manner. Almost every single thing in his report card exceeded expectations, and we are so proud of his hard work. And all of this in just one last trimester, and it's the best so far. Thank you for your great work, Miss Renu. We are looking forward to another great school year." Well, thank you, Juliet and the family, for that wonderful testimonial and email. And that brings us back to our show. Mommies and daddies out there, if all of you just want to focus on the academics, are you doing the right thing? No, you're not, because guess what? To survive in today's world, we need communication, and that's what Genius Kids is all about. We believe that in order to survive in today's fast-paced, ever-changing world, we need those confident, happy, and successful citizens who will become our future leaders. After all, our children are our future, so you're going to meet a couple of them right here on my show today. On that note, let's move on to our very first guru, our history guru. Hello, Mr. Ayan, are you there? Hello, Ayan, are you there?
Hi, Miss Renu. Miss Renu,
how are you?
I am very good. Miss Renu, I have a knock-knock joke for you.
You do? All right, go ahead. Let's have a knock-knock joke from you, too.
Knock-knock.
Who's there?
Sabina.
Sabina who?
It's been a long time since I've seen you, Miss Renu.
All right, Mr. Ayan. Knock-knock you, too. Give me another one.
Yes. Knock-knock.
Who's there?
Colin.
Calling who?
Calling all kids. Calling all kids to the Genius Kids Radio. Good evening to all the 1170 listeners. This is Ayan Shah, the history guru.
Well, Mr. Ayan, you always have some amazing historical facts for me every week, and I want to find out what you have in store for us today.
Miss Renu, let's start with June 22nd. On June 22nd, 1783, a poisonous cloud caused by the eruption of the Laki volcano in Iceland reached France, and the Laki eruption is the largest lava eruption in recorded volcanic history. This volcano has catastrophic consequences for weather, agriculture, and transport across the northern hemisphere, and helped trigger the French Revolution.
My gosh, that is something I definitely did not know, and you have definitely added to my new little brain matter in my brain. What else do you have?
On June 23rd, 1868, Christopher Latham Sholes received a patent for the invention of the typewriter. To all my friends who don't know, the typewriter was the machine that people used to publish documents which were not handwritten. Have you seen a typewriter, Miss Renu?
Mr. Ayan, are you trying to remind the audience how old I am if I admit to that? Of course I've seen a typewriter. That is all I used to use. And you know what? I prefer the typewriters to these fancy little iPads and all these fancy little iPhones you guys have.
Cool. I wish I could see one too.
I'm sure. You know what? Ask your Dada or Dadi or your Nana or Nani. I'm sure they have one.
Okay. Now, moving on to June 24th, 1779. The Great Siege of Gibraltar began, which was an unsuccessful attempt by Spain and France to capture Gibraltar from the British during the American War of Independence. Another interesting thing that happened on June 24th, 1374, was a sudden outbreak of St. John's dance that caused people in the streets of Aachen, Germany, to jump and twitch uncontrollably until they collapsed from exhaustion. St. John's dance is also known as dance mania, was a mass illness, a collective mental disorder which spread in mainland Europe between the 14th and the 17th centuries, and it involved groups of people, sometimes thousands at a time, who danced uncontrollably and bizarrely until they collapsed.
My gosh. And you wouldn't think that this dance could possibly be called Bhangra, would it? No. Ayan, where do you get all this interesting information from? I have no idea, Mr. History Guru.
I think you should ask my mom that.
I think we should. It looks like your mom is working really hard. But you know something? She may be pulling up the facts for you, but guess who presents them? It's all in the presentation.
Yes, I do.
Isn't it?
But normally we just look it up on the internet.
So maybe we should say thank you, Google?
Yes. Thank you, Google.
All right. So what else do you have in store for me?
Now, on June 25th, 1950, the Korean War began with the invasion of South Korea by North Korea. And on June 26, 1917, the first U.S. troops arrived in France to fight alongside Britain and France against Germany in World War I. Also, on June 26, 1870, the Christian holiday of Christmas was declared as a in the United States. I guess there was no Santa before that.
No, I guess not.
And on June 26, 1974, the Universal Product Code, or what we call the barcode, was scanned for the first time to sell a package of Wrigley's chewing gum at the Marsh supermarket in Ohio.
Whoa. Chewing gum. Let's talk about chewing gum, Ayan. Are you allowed to have chewing gum in class?
Of course not. No schools have kids who chew chewing gum.
But then,
normally my mom doesn't let me.
Have you ever sneaked a chewing gum in class?
No. Well,
No?
one of my friends have.
Okay. So in closing, let's wrap up with some more facts before we wrap up. Go ahead and tell me what else you have for us.
On June 27, 1967, the world's first ATM was installed in Enfield Town, England, United Kingdom. And in 1982, the Space Shuttle Columbia was launched from the Kennedy Space Center. And finally, on June 28, 1919, the Treaty of Versailles was signed in Paris, bringing fighting to an end between Germany and the Allies of World War I. And on June 28, 1997, Mike Tyson was disqualified in the third round for biting off a piece of Evander Holyfield's ear. That should hurt. Well,
That really did.
that wraps it up for me, Miss Renu.
That does. Thanks for leaving us with some very interesting ear information about somebody's earlobe being bitten off. But, you know, Ayan, thank you so much. You always bring so much wonderful stuff, and thanks to Seba, your mom. And next week, I'm sure you'll bring some interesting facts on July 4th, right? Because we're going to be on holiday on Wednesday, and I'll be talking to you back on Thursday.
4th of July.
4th of July, you bet. All right, so on that note, that was our history guru as usual, Mr. Ayan, bringing us so much interesting stuff. Right back after the short messages from our sponsors.
Shreya, how come you are always so relaxed in class and so confident? Yaar, you read so well. What do you eat?
Akhil, eat? Well, let's say some of my brain food comes from Genius Kids.
Call Genius Kids today, celebrating a new center on Mission Boulevard in Fremont. Call 510-659-9900 for a free trial class in preschool, pre-kindergarten, kindergarten, after school, or public speaking. Call 510-659-9900.
Hello and welcome back. And for those who've just tuned in, you're listening to Genius Kids on Air every Thursday night at 8 o'clock. And, of course, you're here with Miss Renu and her wonderful gurus, oozing with confidence and personality. Now that we've filled our brain cells with all that history facts, let's calm ourselves down a little bit with some health tips from our health and fitness guru, Miss Shreya. Hi, Shreya. How are you?
Hi, Miss Renu. How are you?
Very good. I was very happy to see you this afternoon, and now I'm chatting with you on the radio. Isn't that wonderful?
Yeah.
Yes, it is. So what do you have for me, Miss Shreya?
Dear friends, now that summer is finally here, like me, you all must be enjoying the joys that come with summer, like playing outside, eating tons of ice cream, and my personal favorite is drinking jamba juice. But recently, my parents told me that eating fruit was better than drinking fruit juice, so I thought of digging into that some more so it will help you the next time when you have to make the choice. Miss Renu, let me ask you this. Do you like whole fruits or fruit juice? And do you know how fruit juice compares to whole fruit?
Well, I'll be honest with you, Miss Shreya. I love whole fruits, but I'm sometimes just too busy to cut them up, so I just gobble down fruit juice. So you tell me, how does fruit juice compare to whole fruits?
The answer is pretty simple. Regardless of the fruit and regardless of the method you use for juicing, the best opinion is whole fruit. So then, Miss Renu, you might ask the question, what is missing in fruit juice? Well, the answer is two components, the skin and the pulp. Your next question might be, what are the benefits of fruit skins? Well, let me tell you, the edible skins of many of the world's healthiest fruits, including apples, grapes, pears, and strawberries, are the life of fruit. Did you know that?
No, I did not. I'm trying to absorb all this information and listening to you, and I'm sitting here thinking I should be having whole fruits. So tell me what's so special about the skin.
The skin is one of the places where the fruit interacts with sunlight and forms a variety of colored pigments. These pigments include carotenoids and flavonoids, which are well researched as nutrients that protect our health and nourishment. The skin of whole fruits like grapes actually have been studied for their ability to help lower risk of cancer and help provide protection from UV light. Unfortunately, when fruits are juiced, we don't always get to enjoy the fruit skin That is because many juicing processes remove the skin and do not allow for its full benefits to get into the juice. Miss Renu, will this convince you to now have whole fruits versus fruit juice?
Do you think I'm going to say no to you after listening to all of this, Miss Shreya? No, and in actual fact, I will share a secret with you, Shreya, that whenever I make fruit juice out of whole fruits, I actually always keep the skin. But I've always kept it because I'm too lazy to peel it off. That's why. So now you go ahead and tell me, what are the benefits of fruit pulp?
In addition to the skin, which is an important source of fiber, in most fruits, the pulpy part of the fruit is also a source of fiber and other nutrients. Orange juice makes a good example of the health difference. The white pulpy part of the orange is the primary source of its flavonoids, and the juicy orange-colored sections of the orange contain most of its vitamin C. When the pulpy white part of the orange is removed in the processing of orange juice, the flavonoids in the orange are lost in the process. This lost flavonoids is one of the many reasons for eating the orange in its whole food form. Do you eat oranges?
Yes, I do. I love oranges. Do you like oranges?
Yeah, I love oranges too, just like you, Miss Renu.
Okay, Miss Shreya. So let me ask you something. You always give us a wonderful tip in closing. So what's your tip for the week?
This is your final tip. In case you are wondering if there is ever a good time to have your jamba juice, then I have some good news. If you are ever in a position to choose between jamba juice and soda, then we are all in favor of jamba juice versus the soda pop. Otherwise, I'll say stick to your whole fruit.
Thank you, Miss Shreya. And you know what? I will remember that the next time I pull up at Jamba Juice, although I'm sure Jamba Juice guys are not very happy that we're saying this. But thank you so much, and we look forward to hearing from you next week.
Thanks, everyone, for listening. This is your health and fitness guru, Shreya, signing off. Remember to always eat delicious food and have fun exercising.
And on that note, I'll go off and grab a glass of orange juice. We'll be right back after this short message.
Are you confused and tired of trying so many centers and not being able to find the right fit for your child? Maybe you need a fun-enriched summer camp or an after-school program that offers academics, sports, dance, music, acting, public speaking, arts and crafts all under one roof. And to add to the icing on the cake, a cute real school bus that can pick and drop off your child to and from school, home or Genius Kids. Would you like to enjoy delicious home-cooked meals like yummy aloo parathas, creamy vegetable galore khichdi, fresh fruit salad and lots more? Maybe you have a child with ADD, dyslexia, autism who needs that extra special attention. Maybe you have a middle school or high school who needs to learn the ropes of speech and debate. Maybe you have an infant, toddler or preschooler that you would like to enroll. Well, where could you find this wish list? Of course, there are tons of preschools and after-school programs, but let me ask you, how many of them have been featured on CNNmoney.com as the most innovative educational concept? How many of them have been nominated Best of the Bay by Crown 4 Television? How many of them have been featured nationally and globally for their success? Only one, and that is Genius Kids, an independent award-winning learning center founded on the philosophy of never too little to learn, a simple belief that every child is a genius, and as educators and parents it is our responsibility to awaken the inner genius in each child. Call us today with campuses in Fremont, Ardenwood area, Central Fremont, Mission San Jose, Fremont right across from Maloney College, and a new location opening right next to Fremont Bus Station and in Newark as well as San Ramon. We are here to offer you that extra special attention. However, due to an overwhelming response, please call us only if you want the best and nothing but the best for your child, since we will settle for nothing less than that. Call 510-713-2431. That's 510-713-2431 or visit geniuskidsonline.com.
Hello and welcome back. And for those who've just tuned in, you're listening to Genius Kids on Air. And this is Miss Renu, and we're presenting to you our gurus who are our confident students. Remember, power is in the character of the speaker, power is in the speech itself, and power is in the mood of the audience. And this brings us to our next guru and our final guru, our Silicon Valley tech guru, Ashmit. Hi, Ashmit. How are you?
Hi, Miss Renu. Thanks for having me on your show. How are you doing today?
I'm doing very well, and you just reminded me I have to congratulate Piyush, your younger brother, for graduating, heading off to kindergarten, and it reminds me when you were a little baby. And look at you today, hosting a radio show with me, right?
Yes, Miss Renu, I am.
Okay, so what do you have in store for me today?
Hello, listeners. I am sure you remember me. I am Ashmit Gaba, your weekly tech guru, and I am back with lots more Silicon Valley tech news for this week. I feel proud to be a technology guru, and I will continue to get interesting stuff for our listeners.
Well, I'm very proud of you too, Ashmit, because rather than just being a technology guru, you're a guru at a lot of other things. Math, reading, writing, what can I tell you? So what's your first news today that you have for me in the Pandora box?
Well, today I have some interesting...
Hello?
Guru, yes, just like me, but billionaire, unlike me, and he is Oracle Corporation CEO Larry Ellison is purchasing one of the beautiful island of Hawaii, Lanai. Can you believe that, Miss Reno?
Yes, I can, and I wish I could buy one too. Now, tell me something. Could someone buy an island as well, or could only he buy one?
I was surprised too, and it seems possible to buy an island. The people of Lanai have high hopes from Larry to make the island even more beautiful, not just for the visitors, but also for its residents. Let's see if the residents will retain their agriculture, fishing industry, or they may turn into software developers. And Miss Renu, you may have many more technology gurus then.
You bet. That means I have to go and open a Genius Kids school in Lanai. But you know what? I got my best ones right here. So what do you also have in store for me, Mr. Ashmit?
I would like that too, Miss Renu. In another technology news, Microsoft has announced to buy San Francisco-based social network startup company Yammer for $1.2 billion in cash. Wow! Yammer was founded in 2008 and lets business customers set up private Facebook-style networks among employees and clients. Miss Renu, you may want to consider for an account on this site as well, if not already.
Are you kidding me, Ashmit? If I start sitting on these accounts, so will all the teachers, and then who's going to be teaching you guys? So I'm afraid I'm going to skip that one right now.
You are right, Miss Renu. There are quite many such social networking companies in the market, and more keep coming up.
Hello? I think we're having a little bit of a problem with our line. Are you there, Ashmit? Hello?
Hello?
Are you
Can
there,
you hear
Ashmit?
me?
We lost you for a minute.
Hello?
Hi, are you there?
Yes.
Yeah, we lost you for a minute. So you were telling us that we have quite a few social networking companies like Facebook, Twitter, Yammer, and Chatter, right?
Yes, that's right.
Okay, so continue. Tell me why you're telling me that. What else do you have for me on these social media companies?
Also, Oracle had recently snapped up 2 social media sector companies. It seems everyone wants to cash in from social networking boom, even though Facebook IPO fell flat. Miss Renu, I wonder what is next boom after social networking.
I know. I'm also sitting here waiting to see what's going to happen. So in closing, Ashmit, what do you have for me as a tip of the week? Because I know Miss Ruby's tuned in, waiting anxiously to hear your tip.
Here's the tip for this week, Miss Renu. Today's tip is for iPad users. As we talked lots about social networking today, and I know many of you like to keep in touch with your friends and families using these sites, and so do you lots of typing on your iPads. You do not need to stretch your fingers or thumbs for those middle letters like G, H, Y, or B. Instead, you can drag the keyboard to each side of the screen to separate it into 2, allowing you to easily type while holding. Try it today, listeners. That is all for today. I will be back with more exciting tech news next week. Thanks, Miss Renu.
Thank you, Ashmit, and thank you, listeners. And as you heard, this is Genius Kids on Air, and you were listening to our gurus. We have our health guru, Shreya, we have our tech guru, Ashmit, and of course our history guru, Ayan. And we will be back next Thursday, so don't forget, Genius Kids is the place for your child to develop their confidence, personality, and of course their academics. Give us a call at 510-713-2431, and we will wrap up with the song coming out from our upcoming movie called Let's Have a Bully Bully Day. Have a great Bully Bully week.
It's time to move. Look at the clock. It's time to rap. Let's sing and rock. Off we go. Let's have some fun. It's a beautiful day. Look at the sun. It's time to move. Look at the clock. It's time to rap. Let's sing and rock. Off we go. Let's have some fun. It's a beautiful day. Look at the sun. Let's have a bully bully day. 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 It's time to think. Look at the book. Miss Renu's recipes are easy to cook. It's time to think. Look at the book. Miss Renu's recipes are easy to cook. Let's make some friends, me and you. Learn your phonics and some numbers too. It's time to think. Look at the book. Miss Renu's recipes are easy to cook. It's time to think. Look at the book. Miss Renu's recipes are easy to cook. Let's make some friends.